With just over 800 miles to go to reach the Black Hills of South Dakota, the last leg of our journey was supposed to be flat, boring, and full of cornfields as we made our way across Nebraska. If only it would have remained that way.
Stay. Stay.
Well, it is about time to leave. It's just after 8 in the morning here in Missouri, and we have really enjoyed our time here. This campground, it looks like it's just an older campground that's in the middle of this neighborhood that's on this lake. I'm probably gonna butcher the name of the lake, but it looks like Palm de Tierra or Palm de Terra. It's like this big reservoir type lake waterway system, and there's this really all-American town neighborhood, and everyone here has just been so friendly. We walked the dogs around last night and went and looked at the lake and ended up chatting for like an hour with this Army veteran. That was so nice. He chased us down on his ATV and had to come say hi and meet the dogs, and then Chris walked the dogs this morning while I stayed behind and packed up the inside of the RV and made coffee. And he ended up meeting more people in the neighborhood. That just such a nice place. And I'm really glad that we stopped here, even though it is an older and not a super nice campground. It was well worth coming a little bit out of our way to come here. And it ended up being free for us. We got a full hookup site. The owner was really nice. We told him we were just staying for one night, and he said, "Oh, don't worry about it. You don't need to give me any money." Just wow. I would definitely, we would come to this area again, for sure, just for the people. But it is time to keep moving on. I think we are going to end up somewhere in Nebraska tonight, and I need to do a little bit of research and find out where we are going to camp tonight.
So this place, as we showed you, is in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Missouri, and I freaking love it. The people here have been so kind, and a lot of times when you stay at Passport America places, they're not the greatest campgrounds. Like that was not a really great campground, but the owner was awesome, and the neighborhood and the community was awesome. Went around walking the dogs this morning, everybody was waving. There was a bunch of American flags flying, and then a bunch of different military branches, a lot of vets out here. And it's just, this is the America I want to live in, the friendly America that gets forgotten even by us as we travel from one place to the next, and we don't stop in these small towns. And this isn't even a town, this is like an offshoot of a town. It's just a really cool place to be. And I don't know that I would ever, actually I know I never would have picked this place out on a map. I could never tell you, even though Lindsay and I love water, I could never say this is a place that, that lake is somewhere I want to go and visit. Like this is not the kind of place. But this has been a really cool experience, just really refreshing in a time of stress and turmoil and all the crap going on in the country right now. These people are good people out here, and that makes me feel really good. And maybe you live in a small place like this and you're surrounded by good people. It's just an awesome feeling to know that America still has friendly people that stop and talk to you when they're in their car or their ATV, that wave to you when they're having coffee in the morning. I mean, just really, really cool place. So not something that you need to pin on your map, but it's just an encouragement to me, and hopefully to you as well, that there is kindness and there is neighborly attitude and activity in America, despite what you may see on the news.
And as I said earlier, this is this small town. We're just north of Springfield, Missouri, and just kind of like southeast of Kansas City. And it's this lake, and I'm probably butchering it wrong, but Palm de Terra, and the little town is called Pittsburgh. So we are in Pittsburgh, Missouri. So if you ever want to come here and check this place out, that's where we are. There's also a state park on the other side of the lake that we were considering camping at. That looked really nice, and I think it was like $20 a night to camp there for electric and water hookup. But we found this Passport America and we thought, oh, well, let's use our Passport America, why not? And we really liked it. So.
And we got to drive down in a holler.
Yeah.
Holler.
Holler. It has been kind of a boring drive. We just been on the interstate, went through Kansas City, Missouri. That was an adventure. Now we're like in agricultural area in Missouri, soon to cross into Nebraska, and there's a lot of bugs. I was hoping after our trip across the country when we went through Louisiana that we had left the crazy bugs, but they are all over this part of Missouri right now, and they sound like rocks hitting our windshield. So that was the Missouri River, and right now there has been a lot of flooding going on with the Missouri River, especially in Iowa and Minnesota and basically southeast South Dakota. It's been having a lot of flooding is what we've read, so we're trying to avoid that area. But we just crossed the Missouri River and it is flooded. There was an area where there should not have been any water, and it was completely underwater, and there were some buildings in the back that were all underwater. So they're experiencing some flooding here in, I can't really say Nebraska because it was right before we crossed into Nebraska. So Iowa and Nebraska border. Nothing terrible, but it is flooding for sure.
Hang on a second. You just did your geography almost perfect. Almost perfect.
How is that possible?
I was waiting for you to say like northwest South Dakota, which would have been the exact opposite corner. Which is usually how you are with directions, but Lindsay, that was...
I know! I can picture the map in my head, and I know the Missouri River is on the southeast.
You did it perfect. Like that was perfect geography. Now try to navigate us without getting us into that river.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't make no guarantees.
Good job. I'm proud of you, I really am.
Thank you.
It gives me hope for the future. There's good days ahead for us.
Does your dog do this?
She does.
Huckleberry's the only dog that we know that does this. Well, he thinks he's a Chihuahua, or maybe I should say cat. He thinks he's a cat.
My dog does that.
So cute. Except she's not on your shoulder.
She's mad at me. We weren't supposed to do long drive days like these. I keep promising her that
She'll
we're
be
not.
happy. She'll be happy when we get to South Dakota.
So that's why we have two dogs. I've got my dog. She's got her dog. But when she's not looking, he's my dog too.
Yeah. What? Tongue in the mouth. All right.
He's such a good dog. He's everybody's dog.
He really is. He loves everyone.
He will choose Lindsay if it came between the two of us. Like if Lindsay and I walked in two different directions, he would choose her. But he loves us equally. He's just like, he's the perfect dog.
Yeah. He's just full of love. Oh. And there he goes.
And turds.
And turds. Full of turds.
Full of love and turds. So one of my side projects that I've been thinking about is making t-shirts, and I think that would be a good first t-shirt. What do you think?
I think we do.
I'm full of love. There's a heart. And turds. And then there's a turd. It would work.
Gosh, I feel like today has been a longer drive day than all the other days, even though the first day was definitely the longest drive day, but it just hasn't been much to see. It's been flat, mostly on I-80, or mostly on a busy highway. We're currently at a rest stop and I'm gonna stretch my legs, but I've also been doing some online work while we're driving, because it's best to do that obviously while we're driving. Just some online work that we do that we get paid for, and then also we are going to be work camping while we are in South Dakota at Custer State Park. We have work camp there the past 2 summers, and we're going to be there again this summer. obviously that's where we are headed to in this video. But I think it just kind of has felt longer just because of the slightly boring drive, and I've been working online. I just cast a hotspot up, and I'm just typing away, writing blog post on my computer. Definitely a truck making that noise.
What?
It's definitely a truck making that noise.
Yeah.
Look at you being a good dog, Dad.
It's what you're supposed to do.
You gotta pick up the doo-doo.
Good catch.
Hey. Gross. Gross. Hey. Hey. Not cool.
I just threw a pile of poo at you.
Pile of poo.
Pile of poo. It's a pile of poo.
Throw that in the dumpster. Go get your sister. Where's your sister? Go get her. Go get your sister. Is it saying it's too hot? Go get your sister. Go get her. No? No, I don't blame you. When is this humidity going to end?
We get to the Black Hills.
Ah.
Nebraska's got corn. Lots.
Oh yeah.
And
Look
lots
at all
of
that
corn.
corn. Rows and rows and rows of corn.
Heavy.
There's Pretty Boy. What's that boy doing? He comes when he's called. Yeah. Oh, get your sister. Get her. Get her.
She didn't want none of that.
Doesn't want lovin'?
No, she
Who doesn't want lovin'?
She doesn't want none of him.
No, go cute.
Tomorrow will only be a 7-hour drive.
Only.
Only. I don't like the long hauls, but this is definitely shorter than when we came across from
I was just
California.
saying that it felt longer. Oh, compared to that trip, yes.
Yeah.
This is much shorter. I just meant today felt longer because it's just been boring, flat,
Yeah.
interstate.
Hasn't been a whole lot, but this is a nice rest stop.
Yeah, it is nice.
I think of Nebraska as being flat and nothing, and it's flat, but nice trees, great grass, dogs love it. Get out of the rolling and poop.
Whoop. She says no.
So we're gonna get in right around 7,
Okey-dokey.
which isn't terrible. I don't know if you want to.
With the stop for food possible.
I'd rather get food in town.
Okay.
Unhook and go pick up something or whatever. I got to be done driving. You might enjoy driving, but I'm over it. One big truck get over.
Do it again.
Were you riding a horse?
I feel like I'm riding a horse. This is a bumpy road.
It is.
Everything's squeaking. Everything's rattling. I-80.
Good old Nebraska.
Thanks, Nebraska.
This is not Nebraska's fault. This is the federal government's fault.
Okay, thank you, federal
It
government.
has not prioritized Interstate 80 for the 470,000 miles it takes to cross Texas. Nebraska.
Feels like we're crossing Texas.
It feels like we're crossing Texas. I feel like the sun came up over Nebraska and it's about to set over Nebraska. And all we've done
It's
is
see,
drive
it's see Nebraska.
and see Nebraska.
Corn. Corn.
Lots of
Corn. Flat. Flat corn. So I looked on Camp Indium and I found a really nice, really pretty campground. And I think Gothenburg? I butcher all these words, but Gothenburg, Nebraska. And It looked so pretty online, and the price was reasonable. It was $30 a night. There's electric at every site. It's not a full hookup. There is water at the sites, but it's shared between two sites. So basically you can just fill up your tank. You can't like connect to it like the city water. And I saw that they had a pull through available. So I thought, hey, that would be nice. We're just here for one night. We can just pull through and then we don't have to unhook our tow car. But there's one thing that we did learn with our towed, or with our tow system, is that whenever we leave the car hooked up overnight, we have to unplug the electric cord that basically connects or syncs the towed's brake lights with the RV. So if we do not unplug that cord, it will run the batteries dead in our towed car. So we're going to go ahead and unplug that, and then we're all leveled out, and we're going to connect the power and basically chill out. We ordered a pizza. I ordered a pizza online on the way here, and we picked it up on the way in. Godfather's Pizza, delicious. And so we're just going to hang out, eat dinner.
Hey Lynn, somebody parked right behind us.
What? Why would somebody do that?
All of the room that we have in this campground, somebody parked right behind us.
Are you kidding me? Who would do that? Man, they parked really close. What the heck? Give us some privacy, man. Just kidding. You know that's our toad. Well, first, before we eat, I gotta feed the dogs. They're spoiled, and they usually almost always eat before us. Let's get their food ready. You cheater, you went and had a major plate.
Yep, good. I did my work. We're all set up.
You didn't steal my piece, did you? You did. You,
There's
come
16
on,
pieces
I already
over
picked
there.
it out. And then I fed the dogs because they're spoiled and they get fed before us.
Yeah, good for you.
There are literally lightning bugs everywhere, and it's amazing. And I really hope that it showed up on camera, because I think I just recorded like 20 minutes of video. You can like see them lighting up behind me. It's like magical. Everywhere. They were crawling on me, they were all around me. We don't get these in Florida. Hardly. I'll see one every now and then, like out in the woods, but not like this. I mean, literally I'm watching them right now, and the whole field behind our RV is just like glittering with lightning bugs, and it's so pretty. So I am on a mission to capture these lightning bugs, so I've got my camera. I'm gonna try to take a long shutter speed and see what it looks like. Hopefully it turns out good, then I can show you.
Stay. Stay.
Right now,
we are facing another issue. It seems that we're okay in the storm, but now our site is flooded. And we don't know, the rain's not stopping, and we don't know how much higher it's gonna get. So, we gotta get out of here. We gotta move sites. Oh man, that was the scariest 20 minutes of my life. And I'm just worried about the people in the tents over there. I hope they're okay. Oh Lord. We are in the flooded site and we gotta move. Oh Lord. Oh Lord Jesus. How deep? Is it up to your ankles?
It's deeper than that.
Yeah. No one was out looking at their vehicles?
No.
Wow.
I don't know where to go.
I don't know either. Still shaking. We were just made a loop and decided to come back into the park, and some of our neighbors are out and it looks like more than our site is starting to flood. So Chris walked over to go see if they needed any help. I haven't seen anyone else. And now we're not sure we can drive through this water that's in front of us, so I might have to unhook the car and back up and figure out where else to go, because we're not too sure right now. Hopefully maybe we can help these people. They need it.
Is it on? We're just gonna park right up here. I'm gonna unhook the CRV.
Yeah.
And then it's high ground. They're not moving, they're okay over there.
They think they're okay?
Yeah.
Okay, looks pretty deep.
Their trailers, the whole siding's done, and
Wow.
came like with our truck camper through the skylight. They got water pouring in.
Yeah.
So they're it's like they're gonna total the trailer. I know that. I haven't had a chance to look at the truck, but that's what I'm gonna do so I can back us in. It's 2:15 in the morning.
Yep. And that guy was out.
Yeah, I think there's two women over there.
Oh, okay.
And they're okay. So I gotta unhook the CRV.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I said. The weather channel, I checked it before we got too far setting up, because I don't usually put the vinyl cover out if I know it's gonna rain.
Yeah, because it gets wet and then it's hard to pack away in the morning.
Yeah, and it's just like now it's soaking wet and it holds water, so I have to dry it out.
We can't drive through this site in front of us. I don't think there's that much water there. I don't know. Sorry, I don't want to mess up your plans. Can't be as bad as where we were. Yeah, so. Do we stay here then? You think it's okay, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I do this one or that one over?
No, do this one. I don't want to be any closer to the water. Well, I think having that thing over the windshield protect us too.
Yeah. Try to get as level as possible.
Yeah.
Plus our leveling blocks.
In the water?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can get more leveling blocks. Well, I finally stopped shaking. I've been crying and freaking out, but that was literally the scariest 20 minutes of my life. Ever. Ever. I thought we were gonna die. I really thought we were gonna die. But tornado or something was gonna come right after that and just take us all out. But I trust in God. I was praying the entire time, and I think he literally saved us. He saved us. Somehow we're okay. And now Chris is on a roof. And I hope he doesn't fall through. I see the roof moving. Oh man, I see it moving. It's after 2 in the morning. I don't think I'm gonna go back to sleep. I'm wide awake now. My adrenaline was going off the charts. I have tinnitus too, and it was like really going crazy during this, right after the storm. So we just got up and got moving, and the damage isn't terrible, but no glass was broken, which is amazing. I looked online at all the damage that happened in town, and another town that is southeast of where we are got hit even worse. They got like softball sized hail, but our car has a lot of dents in the hood. There's a couple of lights, like two of our cab over lights broke. Our vent for our stove broke. All the vents on top, all of our solar panels, everything on the roof is fine. The only thing is that I noticed when Chris was walking on the roof last night is that I saw the roof moving near the cab over, which is definitely a known weak point when it comes to Class C RVs, but you know, we've done a really good job keeping this thing watertight. But other than a couple of small things being broken, the RV is in really good shape. But my car's got the hood, the whole driver's side of it is just covered in dents. If we call insurance, which we probably will, I think it will be considered salvage, but we'll see when that happens. But no broken glass. The sunroof is okay, thankfully. That's what I mean, it sounded so bad in the RV last night. I think just the roof of the RV just amplifies the sound of how big that hail was. I was terrified. Hail scares the living daylights out of me. It really does. I'm terrified of hail. And thankfully we moved from our site last night because it is the only site in this whole RV park that is flooded. So we moved just a couple sites up, and it's muddy, but it's not flooded. And there are leaves and tree branches
down everywhere. It's just littered with leaves. I mean, I think these trees saved us. They saved us. Because I think we would have had way worse damage if we had just been out in the open. Way worse. It was scary. Scariest 20 minutes of my life. Taillights are okay. Oh, man. My mirrors are okay. The glass is okay. Dance. 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 There were people down here that were camped in tents. Oh, I was praying that they were okay. And, you know, I never saw the tents last night when we were driving around. And I didn't see them this morning, so I'm hoping that they saw a warning or something and packed up and got the heck out of here. Because that would have been scary. It would have been really scary in the rain. Looks like it's no, it's got some damage. This was not, it was not like this yesterday when I walked through here. Needs a new roof. Oh, there's a big tree branch. Right there. Wow. Glad that wasn't underneath someone's RV wasn't underneath this. That's a huge branch. That's like almost a whole tree coming down. Tree branch. Just slide out. Honestly, I think our car got hit the worst out of all the vehicles here. No broken glass. Just so thankful it wasn't worse. I was, terrified a tornado was going to come after that, being that we're in the plains of Nebraska. But it didn't. It was just hail. Really bad hail.
It's actually better that there was hail.
Why?
It sounds crazy, but if it was rain, I wouldn't have gone outside.
Oh, right.
Water would have got up into the CRV.
Oh, yeah.
There was that much. There was that much rain and that much water that fell through. Our campground was literally the only campground that was in like a basin.
Or campsite.
Our campsite. It was in a basin and water was just rushing in. It was a river that was flowing in.
Look at the road. It's covered in leaves. Covered in leaves.
Roofers gonna come here.
And nothing looked too bad here though. But the next town over got hit really bad. Got hit really, really, really bad. Well, we have left, and I cannot tell you how happy I am to be leaving Nebraska. And I'm not sure that I ever want to come back. Sorry, Nebraska. But that literally last night was a nightmare. And now, fortunately, we are in the home stretch and we should be back home in South Dakota in 7 or 8 hours. Right? Yeah, so hopefully nothing else crazy happens to us in this little bit of traveling we have left to do. So it's been a wild ride. Wild ride. So this is our second to last fuel stop before we reach Custer, South Dakota. We are going to go we usually go about 300 miles to a tank before we fill up again. And that'll get us to the Nebraska, South Dakota border. We'll fill up again there. And then we will be in South Dakota, and so happy to get there and to be done. Be done with driving and traveling for a little bit. And hopefully no more crazy, scary hailstorms.
Well, we have made it to South Dakota, and it looks like South Dakota. It looks like the place that we left, gosh, it feels like forever ago, and then it doesn't feel like that long ago either. But we're in beautiful rolling hills, lots of cows, lots of grass, and totally different from anything growing up in Florida. Once we get settled into the Black Hills, a tiny little corner of the state, but it bleeds into the Black Hills, and Custer State Park bleeds into this look. And it just feels, even though we are 60 miles, a little over an hour away from pulling into Bluebell Lodge in Custer State Park, I'm getting excited. I'm feeling like our journey of 2,000 miles is now just 60 miles away from being done. And then the snow drifts.
Oh my God.
Don't want to be here in winter.
Never want to be here in winter.
Been offered jobs to work year round. Nope, not going to do that.
We're here. We made it to Custer State Park. So
Long
exciting.
drive to get to work. That was a long commute.
A very long commute just to get to work, but 100% worth it. All right, now it's time to get to our spot that we've had the past 2 summers.
Yeah.
This will be our third summer, and get set up and settled down.
Wow, they painted the store. It looks completely different. Huh. You know where you are. Huck knows where he is.
so exciting to be back in our summer home. The dogs are shaking and freaking out, and they want to be outside, and it's just so good to be here and to be back. Really love this place, Custer State Park in the Black Hills of South Dakota. Sorry, maintenance man just turned on the lawnmower. Such as the day in the life here, work camping. We basically get paid to be in one of the prettiest state parks in America, and it's really amazing. Me and Chris love it. We almost did not come back here. We were gonna do my fishing trip this year, and it just, you know, just stuff kept happening, one thing after the other, and, you know, draining our bank accounts. But it feels right being here, even with all the craziness that happened on the way here. Yeah, it's just, it feels good. It feels right. And I'm excited to start our new adventure this summer. We are doing different positions than what we've done in the previous years, and you know, it's exciting. I'll get to go back and ride horses with a friend that I made last year, and we're gonna hopefully spend more time fishing this summer. We're gonna buy our fishing licenses, so we will have fishing, and maybe even spread some of my dad's ashes here, because this place holds a special place in my heart here, and it would be nice to have a piece of my dad here, to come back and visit too, you know. But we're here. We're gonna get set up. Show you like a little time lapse of how we get set up long term here, and then follow us along on our next set of videos for this summer on work camping and Custer State Park, and also some adventures that we are going to have while we're here as well. Stay tuned and follow our journey.